गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते. This Mahamaya, this Jagadamba, in her absolute form is it transcends all duality in her absolute form. So Ishvara in his absolute form is none other than the Mahamaya in her absolute form, because that one absolute form alone became Ishvara Prakriti, isn't it? So in her absolute form, she is the one. So when you, just like we always say Lord, Lord, Lord. So you can say it like this also, Devi, Devi, Devi. And there is nothing wrong with that, because they are inseparable. So she transcends both the aspects. What both the aspects? Both of Vyakta and Avyakta. She transcends that. So as a absolute. Then as the unmanifest causal state, she is the womb of all creations. As the unmanifest causal state, she is the womb of all creations, and that is also called as Hiranyagarbha. That is also called as the Garbha. Garbha means womb. Hiranya means the golden womb. So some places they say it that way. And then, so where is the whole creation? Whole creation is in the seed form, in the unmanifest form, in the womb of the mother. And then she is the same one who is throbbing through the entire creation with activity. And in the transcendental state, she is one with the Supreme, as and when she is one with the Supreme, she is one with the infinite, and she is the one. You cannot, as that absolute, she is the one. And then in the Shakta scriptures, she is one without a second. She is one without a second. We say Brahman is one, she is also one without a second in that absolute form. And thereafter, but that power which she is, of the nature of that power, all that is there, it's unmanifest, and she's gone beyond manifest or unmanifest to be the absolute. And when we come down a bit to Ishvara Prakriti, she is inseparable from the Lord. She is one part and parcel of the Lord. The Lord cannot express without her, and she cannot express without the Lord. So a river cannot express without the river bed, and river bed has got no meaning if there is no water there. Understand? River bed is unchanging. Water is continuously moving. And that is how. It's just an example. Now start imagining Ishvara and Prakriti. One is moving, one is usme mat phasna hai. Let them reveal, because your imagination will be limited to whatever that reality is. And in this way, and how they are one, Ishvara and Prakriti, just as heat and fire are one in the sun. Like that they are one. So sun is one, but it expresses as two. What? Heat and light. Similarly, truth is one, the absolute is one, but it expresses as what? Ishvara and Prakriti. And that is this. That is this. So is that one? Whenever you call that one as Ishvara, it is always with reference to Prakriti. When you call that one as Prakriti, it is always with reference to Ishvara. Because from one's point of view, it alone is. There is nothing else apart from it. And in this way, she is called also as the power of the Lord, the Maya of the Lord. And this way, whatever we see and experience in this world is nothing but the power of the Lord, which is Maya. And it is that infinite who is functioning through this Maya, and understand and who is that one who is expressing through the Maya? Who is that expressing through the Maya? Ishvara. Ishvara. So who is expressing through the mind? Atma. Correct? Who is expressing through the dream? Again, the mind or the consciousness alone. So, but when we are in the waking state, we forget this. Here it is, when I am saying and triggering you, asking question, answer is correct. But we are not aware and alert about this when we are moving through the world. You see? For that, what is required? You need to come to satsang and sit down quietly. That's when it is clicking. Your answers are coming from you. Correct? So, is there a way? Yes. You sit down calmly and once and for all you click it. Once and for all. And once it clicks, it will start expressing in your life continuously. It clicked to you that you are the wife or the husband, isn't it? Mala dali, role change ho gaya. You have accepted it. Therefore, all that being a husband or being a wife represents, all the data that goes around with all the duties, all the responsibilities, everything automatically starts expressing through you because you have accepted. Have we accepted that we are that one? Have we accepted that we are that Ishvara or that Shakti, Prakriti? That Prakriti is her and Ishvara is functioning through me, through this Prakriti. Don't bring in me in between. That's why I cancelled it. So don't bring in I, don't bring in me, don't bring in mine. Just talk as an observation, but do it with bhav. Because this ego needs to be dissolved. And in this way, both Maya expresses itself, I already told you, as the micro and the macro. And at the micro level, how does Maya express? What did I say? At the individual mind. At the total level, at the Shakti or Mahamaya. Okay? Avyakta. At the total level, it is called as Maya. At the individual level, it is not called mind. It is called ignorance. Oh, so we are all ignorant. Depends where your attention is. If your attention is on your mind, then you are ignorant. If your attention is on your consciousness, then you are wise. Because only consciousness can make the wisdom express. Mind cannot express the wisdom. Maya by nature is infinite, and when it expresses at the individual level, it seems that it is expressing. It is called as mind. Mind is a product of ignorance. And what is that? Why has that mind come about? Because we have forgotten who we are. Because we have forgotten that the truth. We have forgotten our essential nature. That's why the mind has come about. Does the Ishvara experience his own potentiality as mind? No. In the picture, we see it as his wife. Do you accept your mind as an inseparable part of you, and you take care of it, protect it? You protect your wife, you protect your children, you protect your house, you protect your body, you protect your health, you protect your hunger, you protect your occupation, etc., etc., etc. But do you protect your mind? How much time do we spend to protect our mind? Only the physical we are worried about, not our mental. Because if you are protecting the mind and very careful about to bring it only the good data, then you will not get involved in unwanted things. Then you will not watch unwanted things on the TV. Then you will not listen to unwanted. Then you will not go in that environment where it gets agitated, it gets disturbed. Then every living moment you will find how can I bring peace and tranquility to the mind. That will be your service to the mind, isn't it? Right or not? But we don't do that because we are not accepted. We are only taken mind as a big problem. So this ignorance at the individual level. So Bhagwan, Lord Ishvara, I've just used the words very freely, Lord or Ishvara, he does not have a problem with the Maya because it's his potentiality. We have a problem with our potentiality called mind or ignorance. And how does this mind express? That is very technical here. So here it says, it expresses as, I don't know, first thing. It can happen in the class also. I don't know what is going on. Why did I come all the way for this? Why I don't know? Because I can't understand what is this Brahman and Ishwar and Prakriti and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh and Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. I don't know what is all this going on. Maybe I am listening, I know all these, but this is too much, I can't understand. Sometimes you say they don't exist, sometimes you say they exist in their absence, sometimes you say they exist. I don't understand. So first is I don't know. Majority people live in that I don't know. Then if they raise themselves a little bit, then I can't understand. And the third one is that because I don't know and I can't understand, therefore I can't have an experience of it, or I don't have an experience of it. So I don't know if God is there. I don't understand God. Why? Because I haven't had an experience. But same person, you ask after he has had an experience, yeah, I know. Many people go, the unbelievers become believers, isn't it? Some people I was watching on YouTube, somehow it came, I don't go looking for these. And this lady died and she said, I went to the Vaikuntha and came back. And she had the darshan of the Vaikuntha. She must have been doing something, some sadhana. See? And she came in great detail, she narrated how it was. We can say it is a projection of our mind. But everything is a projection only, of that truth. And that truth, whatever the variety that you are seeing, is pervaded by the Shakti. So, here, I don't know, I don't understand, and I don't have experience of it. These are counteracted by threefold sadhanas. What is that? I don't know is counteracted by Shravanam. I don't understand is counteracted by Mananam. Good. And I don't have an experience is counteracted or dissolved, just not counteraction, it's dissolved through contemplation. In contemplation, when we think, इसको बोलते हैं संयम. In Patanjali Yoga Sutras, if I do sanyam on her, or if I do sanyam on a leaf, if I do a sanyam on any bark, sanyam means where your mind and intellect and your senses are only focused on one. That thing, that object has to reveal all its secrets without killing all the animals in experimentation. This is how Ayurveda came about. This is how Indian astrology came about. All the Upavedas, the Dhanushastra, the language, all of them came about like this only. They were revelations. And revelation only happens when we are able to tune in, to contemplate. But first, contemplation will only happen when all your faculties are working towards one. If there is a slight two, forget it, it will not happen. If it is two, then Savikalpa Samadhi will take place. If it is one, Nirvikalpa Samadhi will take place. And Nirvikalpa Samadhi may be where there is nothing, but here we go in Savikalpa Samadhi with some object of contemplation, and it has to reveal its. If that intention is there, it will reveal. You go with the intention of Devi, she will reveal. If I go to her and say, Mom, then the mom will come out of her. It has to, there is no question. But to that same person, if I go to as a girlfriend, then she will express that way. If I speak to her as if she is the enemy, then she will also respond that way, isn't it? That my intention will invoke what is the response from her. So what are we speaking? We maximum time we speak to ourselves. What are we speaking to ourselves? What are we invoking from our mind? How I am bad and how I am good and others are bad. How I can't do this or I can't do that. How this is difficult or not difficult. We must continuously expose our mind to silence. And in that silent mind, if by grace of God some thought comes, it will reach its fruition straight away. What could be that thought? Maybe you need a food, maybe you need a house. It will come. This is a smarter way of living. But because it comes, those who are sannyasis and those who are totally virakta, dispassionate towards everything, they don't even allow that to happen in Savikalpa Samadhi. They only want to go to the source of the Lord also. That is the absolute. They don't want to get carried away. But when you do, like the Ayurveda or the astrologers, they focus because they want to use that for the benefit of the society. They do it. It's their curiosity to know the secrets of the universe. Otherwise, how would we come to know? We wouldn't be able to come to know. So in this manner, so Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam are there to resolve, maybe not counteract, resolve. But I don't know, I don't understand, and I don't have an experience of it. These three things. And in this way, this is the I don't know, I don't understand, I don't have experience of it. All these are expressions of the tamas. So now we are going into the Trigunatmika Prakriti. The Maya expresses in three ways. This is the spandan. Suddenly it will start moving. Everything in his creation is moving. Everything in creation, manifest or unmanifest, is having this throb. That throb, careful, slowly. Everything in this creation is made up of this throb, and this throb is of the sattva, rajas, tamas. So whether I didn't do anything, why you are doing, man? Huh. So, and that is its nature. Everything. Where you see that this building is, last year we came, it is the same. Same building, same walls, same roof, same lights. But it has deteriorated. You can't see it, but it has deteriorated. Time has taken its toll on this building in 1 year. It is taking place every moment, but you can't see it. You can't see it in your body till someone says, Ajji, Ajji. अभी तो मैं जवान हूँ, अज्जी कहाँ? One person कहाँ लंदन में see Ajja has come, till now nobody has ever called me Ajja, but there Ajja, Swami Ajja has come, Swami Ajja. So that fellow only calls me Swami Ajja now. In those 2 weeks it caught his tongue. So that day I realized अभी Ajja का time आ गया. See? पर जब तक कोई बोलेगा नहीं, ट्रिगर नहीं करेगा, तब तक तुम सोचोगे नहीं. इसी तरह से in the same manner, what do we want to invoke from our mind? Do we invoke how imperfect the world is, or we want to invoke the perfection which is only going to be presented to you by her grace? When we are doing the sadhana of thinking about the Lord, then we keep the Shakti on the side. We say, he is controller of Shakti, we don't need to go into Shakti part, we just think of the Lord. But here is a path that those people who say we can't give up the world, this is the Tantra sadhana. Tantra sadhana means to rediscover the world as divine. Rediscover the world. And that she blesses us with that. She blesses us. Every aspect of the creation. Every aspect, the good, the bad, the ugly, the lower lokas, the higher lokas. In the typical Tantra sadhana, I can't remember the name of it. They have the 5 M's. Mass, Maithunam, Madira. There is a woman also is called. What is that? I can't remember the name for it. And one more. So like this 5 M's. So all these are, you need all of them in your life. People think that they can't give up meat, they can't give up drinks, they can't give up sex. So everything has to be converted into, that is the Tantra. That is what people understand, that they have to convert it into the divine experience. और उसकी एक अलग साधना है. But Tantra in its, this is very gross Tantra. But when you go into the higher understanding, what we are doing is higher understanding. This is also Tantra. As long as you see, there is Tantra, there is Mantra, there is Yantra. So Yantra is this body, Mantra is in the mind, Tantra is the goddess. Anything with form which is going to help you to grow is the Tantra. Can you think of a form without having a body? Can you experience the world without a body? No. You'll say, ghost also has a form. It's flowing, but it is there. See? So, Yantra, Mantra, Tantra. This is the path. So, where there is Yantra, then how do I get out of the Yantra and disidentify with the Yantra? Mantra. And what will mantra give me? Mantra will give you the tantra to see all forms as the divine forms. That she alone is expressing. This part is not done by, if you go to Vedanta, this part is not. I should not say why I say it's not done. When you do Anvaya Sadhana, Neti Neti and Anvaya. The Anvaya Sadhana is this thing only. The word is different, Tantra. And in this way, in short, here it says that every being, space, time, pursuits, their results, the methods of worship, the deities invoked, the happiness, the misery, the knowledge, all of them are permeated by the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. Tamas being the gross, rajas being the dynamic, and sattva being the purity. Remember, same thing expresses in Ayurveda, kapha, pitta, vata. Similarly, what are the others? Tell me if you can think of the three. What are three sums in this creation? I have given you two. Waking, dream, deep sleep. What else? Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. What else? Or Kali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. What else?
Past, present, future.
Past, present, future. What else? You know. Huh? Three eyes. The sun, moon, and the third eye. Okay. What else?
The knowledge, knower, and the knowing.
Huh?
Knowledge,
Knower, known, and the knowing. Good. Subject, object, instrument of knowledge. What else?
Creator, created creations.
Creator, created creation. Patalok, Bhulok, and Bhuvalok. Huh? That is also there. What else? So many trios. You keep thinking list is long. Sometimes take a cup of tea in the sunshine like this and say, what is one? Write down. And what is two? What all do I know in two? Write down. All possible. Brainstorm with yourself. Then three. Then four. Then give it to me. I'll publish it for you.
The one is not there except the Brahman.
Yes. Yes. So, as you go down 3, 4, 5, 6, चलता रहता है. And in this way, everything, in short, we can say, every being in every age and every moment is under the power of Maya. There has never been a time that Maya has not been. She is Anadi. Remember, she is Anadi. And when does ignorance concludes? Ignorance is Anadi. It's beginningless. But ignorance, when you have the knowledge, ignorance concludes. It's no more, you're not ignorant anymore. I'm ignorant. If you ask me, Swamiji, you know what is the size of the brick behind you? I don't know. But then I go, oh, now the ignorance is gone. Okay, I see, I take out, I weigh, I see the shape, etc. Whatever I need to know. But remember, what did we say? At the individual level, it is called ignorance. At the total level, it is called Mahamaya. So, is Mahamaya ignorance? No. She is all-knowing principle. Only at individual level, she expresses as, she gets crystallized into the mind. See? Her own expressions. See, our expressions at Trigunatmika level are what? Sattva is waking, Rajas is dreaming, Tamas is sleep. Same thing is happening at the totality level. Brahmaji is Rajas, Vishnu is Sattva, and Mahesh is Tamas. But they are not under influence of ignorance. So you cannot say Mahamaya is ignorance at total level. She is Moha Shakti there. Maya Shakti. That's why that name. The Indian government, just yesterday I came to know. Indian government is opening a new, just like a Windows platform, Windows OS, India is starting its own, Maya OS. So all government departments starting July, they will be replaced. All Windows will go out and Maya OS will come. Because so much disturbance is going on now, so to secure, otherwise hacking happens. Maya OS. What is Maya? That which appears but is not. The potentiality. So in this manner, these three gunas, they are always in flux. They can never, the moment they remain same, two, three things happen. When they become in equilibrium, what will happen? Options. First option. First option, samadhi. Second option, actually that was second option. First option, sleep. When they come into equilibrium, I should not joke, because sleep is not, when they are in equilibrium, there's tamas predominance is there. When these three come into equilibrium, samadhi happens. When these three come into another threesome, Ida, Pingla, Sushumna. That is also the threesome. So when they come into, only when these two become synchronized, the Sushumna opens up. Only when Durga and Lakshmi have done their job, then Saraswati will appear. Otherwise she will not. So in this way, each one is always trying to be more predominant than the other. Sometimes the tamas wants to be powerful and put down the other two. Sometimes rajas wants to be powerful and put down the other two. And sometimes the sattva is powerful and it wants to put down the other two. And this game is going on. It is not that you can control it. You can control it. I'm not saying it you can't. We must try to do that also. But it is best if it is happening by her will. When we observe why I'm like this and why my child is like this, why I'm like this and the world is like this, why all the people are so different. If everyone is having senses, mind and intellect and body, if everyone is having legs and hands and stomach and head, why someone is intelligent, someone is not intelligent, why someone grasps quickly and someone grasps slowly, why someone walks in a particular way even though they have the same legs, similar legs. Everyone is unique. On what account? It is this, because of the admixture of these three gunas. That one becomes, the uniqueness in each person comes about. And you can never get a person who is totally sattvic, totally rajasic, totally tamasic. Some part of tamas and rajas will be there in the total sattva. Some person who is absolutely dynamic, in that person also there will be some proportion of sattva and tamas. And the person who is totally tamasic, that person will have some portion of the other two. And in this way, sattva means that which is, now remember another name for whom did we say sattva was? Buddhi was called sattva. And another name for sattva is used for Brahmaji, the effulgent one, the luminous one. So, sattva means that which is of the nature of luminosity, that which is effulgent, that which is flawless, that which is elegant, that which is, is not attached to anything. It's attached only to the happiness. And in this way, when you are attached to happiness and knowledge, and you are, right now all of you are sattvic. But the moment class concludes and you want tea, coffee, you are rajasic. And if sitting has been too long and you want to go to sleep, then you are tamasic. But right now you are sattvic. Well, at least this is what I am seeing. You know what is going on inside. Huh? So this is the sattvic. Then what is the rajas? Rajas is of the nature of passion, dynamism. Now we are talking about you. Tamasic, when we talk about the Rakshasas and the demons that are going to be killed by the Mata, the Mahamaya or Jagadamba, where she has to take appropriate forms to kill the appropriate demons. Sattvic form cannot kill the tamasic demons. See? So she has to invoke equivalent energy at that time. Why Saraswati has got no weapons only? So what will she kill with? Whereas when you see Kaliya Mata, she is not confused with many things. Only one khadak and one bowl. And Mundamala. Chal bhai. And that also is a half skull. Where is the blood coming? Whereas Durga Mata, she's got 12 hands, 10 hands. Somewhere they show 10 or 12. Isn't it? Dynamism. Kali Mata is not dressed up at all. No vehicle. Sometimes they show vehicle also. But only these two things. With long tongue. So, appropriate. Can the wife address the child? Mother only can address the child, isn't it? Yes, it's a different part, different story. If the mother has accepted the husband also as a child. ऐसे होता है. Ramakrishna's wife, she considered Anandmayi Ma. The husband, any dampati, they want to be together after marriage, but when he went to touch her, he got the shock of his life because she was totally intoxicated with Krishna. And eventually, when he kept observing, there's something different about my wife, and slowly, he also took Diksha from his wife, became a disciple of his wife. But he is her husband. हरि बाबू का श्री हरि नाम था उनका कुछ. तो ऐसे होता है. Ammachi, without being married, without having any children, but has the love for every person in this world is her child. And she works hard to bring their mind at peace and their problems, take away their problems, give them the love. And where we are? मैं, मेरा घर, मेरी गाड़ी, मेरे बच्चे, मेरे ग्रैंड बच्चे, इसी में अटके हुए हैं. अरे there is potential is infinite. So it is of the nature of passion, it is of the nature of dynamism, it is the nature of desire. Rajas we are talking about, and extreme attachment. It binds the self through attachment to actions and its fruit. It is this rajas which makes the doership and enjoyership come out. Dynamic activity. Till you are sleeping, it is not. What does tamas express? Tamas makes you to get attached to happiness. And where do you experience maximum happiness? In sleep, as an individual. So you want to keep lying, going back to sleep. Rajas, tamas makes you get attached to happiness, that ignorant bliss. Rajas makes you get attached to doing and accruing the fruit. And in this way, the third one is tamas, and tamas is the deluder from which deludes all the beings to believe that they are born of ignorance, because individuality is a product of ignorance. Understand this. Individuality is not something to wear a feather on your cap, that I am an individual. हम कितने खुश होते हैं कोई बच्चा पैदा होता है तो, हम खुश होते हैं कोई मरता है तो. Wednesday I have to go to a funeral. You get happy if someone is born. We get happy when someone is dying. Why? He is going back to being the source. And you are happy. अच्छा चलो एक और फंस गया इस दुनिया में, अब मेरा टाइम आ रहा है, इसको फंसा के चले जाते हैं. All mothers are thinking the same way. Swamiji bless, he is not getting married. Swamiji bless, she is not getting married. तो फंसाना है, फंसाने का ही चक्कर है. Sorry, I'm speaking Hindi in between. Sorry. Catherine? Ah, okay. You understand Hindi? No. Only little bit. Ah. You lived in India for some time. Yeah, so in this manner, the Rajas makes the self identify with the body through attachment to actions and their fruits. Now to tamas. And what is tamas? It is born out of ignorance, and it binds the self to the body through attachment to, what were the three we told you? Avidya, Nidra, Alasya, Pramad. Nidra, Alasya, Pramad. And in this way, these are the first thing is knowing. Now you are listening, you will come to know. Now you cannot say, I don't know what Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is. Remember, Tamas expresses as, I don't know, I don't understand, I don't have experience. Now you know. If you are nodding, you understand also. And you are having experience also. I have given enough examples. So you can't say, I don't know what is happening. No, you know. Come back to this basic knowledge. And in this way, the goddess says that to go beyond Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is not possible. If you are thinking of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, you cannot go beyond Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. She says, you come to me, I will take you beyond Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, because only she has the capacity. She knows she is the unmanifest, she is the unmanifest, and she is the Brahmani. You are understanding what we are saying? She is the manifest, she is the unmanifest at the totality level, and she is the Brahmani, which is none other. So Brahman, who gave the name Brahman to Brahman? Why can't you give it Brahmani? Same thing. So she says, you come to me, I will take you beyond everything. I'll lead you to transcendence. And in this way, here we see when this Rajas and Tamas, Sattva is the state of wisdom, Sattva is the purity, Sattva is the luminosity, Sattva is the effulgence, Sattva is the clarity, Sattva is where you hear and you understand because there is no clutter in your mind. So immediately knowledge takes place. But when the Rajas and Tamas are playing their havoc, then it becomes a bit difficult. And here it says that we must, as we are living our life, we must keep these, just like you get hungry. How many times in a day you get hungry? Huh? So when hunger comes, you do what is required to be done. Keep it Otherwise, it will make you angry after some time, isn't it? If your hunger is not taken care of, it will make you angry. So you put a little bit. That's why I cut fruits for you. You take coffee, और फिर आके सब खड़े हो जाएंगे. फुल रजस कॉफी, इसलिए मैंने सात्विक फ्रूट्स खिलाए तुमको. हाँ, तो इस तरीके से this rajas and tamas are also continuously rising. Remember I told you before, they are always fighting for predominance. I want to be powerful. Sleep says, tamas says, I want to be powerful. Rajas says, I want to be powerful. The sattva doesn't get a chance. The good thoughts in our mind are few, bad thoughts are many. They are always surrounded. Any good thought is always surrounded by a lot of negative thoughts. See? So you have to fight to come to that light. You have to go through the... so when you are afraid of darkness, what do? Straight away put the light on. How do you put the light on in your mind? First thing is you have to put the light on. But before you put the light on, you have to make a decision that that I have to overcome the fear and then put the light on, isn't it? The fear of absence, the fear of darkness. I know I'm afraid, but I'll keep it on the side. First, let me put the light on. I don't know what is happening in the next room. It's okay. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. फिर सो जाओ. पर वो भगवान का नाम लेने के लिए you are afraid, but you have to put it on the side. Same way, this rajas and tamas, who are continuously fighting for predominance, we have to pacify them again and again, so that sattva can flower. So you have to keep the Ida and Pingla, balance it out so that Sushumna can open up, the Kundalini can rise. So you have to keep the roles. Yeah. So I didn't even cover that then. So these tamas, just quickly I'll recap because I need to put it in this. So the predominance of tamas and more equal intensity of rajas and tamas, and predominance of rajas. Predominance of tamas is shown in the Durga Saptashati as our Madhu and Kaitap. Then the equal intensities of rajas and tamas, they are shown through Mahishasur and his generals and his army, which is in crores and crores, millions of them. Madhu Kaitap only 2. Mahishasur and his army, millions of them. And the last one, the predominance of rajas, is shown as Shumbha Nishumbha. And these are the stories that are depicted in the Durga Saptashati showing Durga, the goddess or the Devi with a particular form, and also the various demons or Rakshasas also having a particular form. Like Mahishasur, he is of the form of Mahishi. Mahisha is a buffalo, water buffalo. And Madhu is nectar. Kaitap देखेंगे, फिर मेरे को भी देखना पड़ेगा क्या है. तो इस तरीके से हर एक every demon has a quality and characterizations have been given. जब हम बच्चे थे, I remember in every house it happens, and if you have boy and girl, the girl will have her tea party, those छोटे cups and pots and gas and stove. Acha, Dada, now you enter through the door, and she's the mummy, and father comes. Exactly the same dialogue what dad says, and the same dialogue as mummy says. And she will give the, what? Tea, like this you make the tea. then she has to remind, hey, it is fake tea. don't get angry on me. He's playing acting the father or the friend or whatever. तो दैट ड्रामा बट कितना मजा आता है जब देखते हैं बच्चे करते हैं तो उसी तरह से दिस होल ड्रामा इज गोइंग ऑन. वी आर नॉट एबल टू सी इट एज ड्रामा. Why we are not able to see it as drama? Because we are under the influence of ignorance, not ignorance. When we invoke, we want to dissolve this ignorance, and this ignorance get dissolved only by invoking the light, and we are taking the support of the Shakti to take us to that light, to show us that light, because she is of the nature of light. And why we are invoking her? Because she is compassionate. And then she starts showing you this whole game that is going on. Provided you hold on to her. If you don't hold on to her, you will get again carried away. This fear, that fear, this regret, that depression. उसी में फंस जाओगे फिर. उसमें से निकलो. And this way, people, to tell this story of Durga Saptashati, when we listen to this story, when we read this story, when we chant this story, when we talk on this Durga Saptashati, it brings about deep inner peace and tranquility. And this story of because Durga, just like Bhagavad Gita, is a part of Mahabharata, isn't it? Where does it come? In Bhishma Parva. Where does it come in Bhishma Parva? Right in the middle of the Bhishma Parva. How many verses? Only 700 verses. How big is Mahabharata? Oh my God, thousands and thousands and thousands of verses. Out of that, only 700 verses. Same way, this Durga Saptashati also comes in, not in Mahabharata or Ramayana, but it comes in Markandeya Purana. And it is the heart of the Markandeya Purana. And how it comes about, and how the glory of Mother was brought out by Markandeya ji, and then who wrote it, how it came to us the way it has come to us today, that we'll see it in our next class. And with that, we conclude this session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Just sit quietly for a moment.